Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name isn't Usher, but today I have a confession. And don't worry, there's no part 2, it's just one. My confession is the past year I've fallen off with anime. When G4 was still up and running, I was so caught up and it zapped all my energy trying to be a superstar. Sadly, my efforts went to waste. It wasn't even a year before Comcast said, we gotta let it burn. And the truth hurts. But the beautiful thing is, I'm back to the simple things.
Are you serious?
Now, with all the Usher jokes out of the way, I have to say that being out of the loop with the anime community is problematic. Reason being is my original YouTube bio mentions that I would talk about anime on this channel, but outside of my Dragon Ball Super superhero review, link in the description box below, wink, 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 I haven't really done much content on anime. The only show I've watched recently is Black Clover, but when that went off the air, I lost interest. And yes, I know a Black Clover film is coming to Netflix March 2023. There will be a review on that when the time comes.
Thank you so very much!
These days, I don't have much free time, so I took the Elon Musk dumpster fire to ask you, the audience, what's the current wave in anime? I received over 100 replies, and it's impossible to watch everything that's recommended. So what I tried to do is find reoccurring patterns, and one name that kept coming up is a show called BlueLock. Now, I have zero idea of what this show is about, but y'all said it was fire, so I'ma give it a shot. So welcome to my brand new series I'm calling Third Time's a Charm. Charm. Like Charmed, it was like a show in the early 2000s. I think it's called Charmed, not Charmed, whatever. If you're a fan of anime, you know a lot of people follow an unwritten rule. When it comes to new shows, if you're limited on time because you're an actual productive citizen of society, you give it at least 3 episodes. If you like it, you keep going. But if you don't, you reserve the right to
drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
Hence the title of the series being called Third Time's a Charm. All right, I swear to God, I'm done. Today, we have BlueLock under investigation, recommended by you, the viewer. BlueLock is a sports anime where soccer takes front and center. The show stars a high school kid named Isugi. He's one of the star players for his school, and if I could dissect him, I'd say he's your prototypical shonen protagonist. Think Goku, Naruto, or Ash Ketchum. He's determined to be the best that no one ever was, and depending on who you are determines whether or not you'll like him. I personally enjoy shonen. I love characters that persevere, so as long as a few layers are added to them throughout their journey. Now, does Isugi have layers? I can't speak on that because I'm only 4 episodes in. All I can tell you is that he's cool. My favorite thing about the show so far is the pacing. The show hits the ground running, which is hilarious in itself because it's a soccer show. Literally, the opening scene is an intense play on the pitch, and from there, you begin to learn more about the world and its characters, but the character progression is told via moving the plot forward. An example being, without spoiling anything crazy, is BlueLock is a program the top 200 soccer players in the country are invited to. Japan is tired of losing the World Cup, so they're trying to produce the ultimate striker. The kids are put through strenuous activities that reveal different personality quirks about them and their strengths and weaknesses in the game of soccer. I love the focus on the action while dripping out bits of information, but still remaining mysterious with the whole BlueLock aspect of it all. I also enjoy the use of real-world counterparts in this show. They blatantly drop names like Pele, Messi, and Neymar to inspire the kids to do better. I just feel bad for the writers. When it comes to content creation, most people who have never created anything don't understand the process of creating something. The original manga for BlueLock released in 2018, and I'd imagine this show is using the source material as a reference point. I say that to say that there's a moment early on in one of the episodes where one of Japan's soccer union representatives mentions that the Japanese players need to stop being so passive and become more aggressive egoists like Ronaldo, Neymar, and Messi. The warden of the BlueLock program mentions he doesn't agree with the representatives and they need to think bigger because none of these star footballers they mentioned have won a World Cup. I started grinning and I said to myself, ooh, the well actually crowd is gonna have a field day with that line on social media, seeing as Messi just won the World Cup with Argentina. This stuff was written years ago, but the internet don't care. Folks just want to be right about something. With this show being released in 2022, this is honestly just a case of bad timing. So, if you happen to be one of those well actually ass people I just described,
shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga.
The whole concept of BlueLock reminds me a lot of the Chunin exams in Naruto. Even when Isugi first shows up, it's a building full of the toughest soccer players staring one another down, just like when Team 7 first arrived at the Chunin exams. Where things differ from Naruto is the show seems to be more centered around the drama of the sport than the actual sport itself. Then again, that's not true because Naruto's full of flashbacks and drama. Listen guys, it's a shonen, so just expect shonen cliches. Believe it! And just so we're clear, I'm not saying this show lacks action. There could be more later in the show, but I wouldn't know. I'm only 4 episodes in, so cut me some slack. I'm only judging what I've seen. What I will say about the action is it strikes a nice balance. The game of soccer is grounded for the most part with just enough dramatics to keep you enticed. And what I mean is, don't go into this expecting to see football meets Mario Kart. Instead, you get dynamic angles, tons of speed lines, and slow motion monologues that give you more insight into the characters. I think the art in the show is solid. Nothing about it stands out, but it's definitely serviceable. The art actually reminds me a lot of Kuroko no Basket, and that's a compliment, by the way. Also, kudos for having a dub of this show already. I know this is gonna piss off some of the anime elitists, but I prefer to watch anime the same way Japanese people do, in their native tongue. Let that sink in. What? I found the voice acting in the dub to be good. There's enough emotion in their voice that it matches the tone of the overall plot. But then again, I watched the dub, so I'm sure someone is slapping their keyboard with their maximum PSI with a comment that says something along the lines of, "You're a freaking fraud, dude. Watching dubbed anime is a sin. You deserve to be waterboarded because you're clearly an enemy of the state." And I'm pretty sure you've never left the state of Alabama. The good news is that you don't need to watch Blue Lock. Blue Lock is available on Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Disney Plus, surprisingly. And guess what? When it comes to this show, the third time is definitely a charm. What? I enjoyed what I watched if it wasn't obvious by the fact that earlier I admitted I made it to episode 4. I shall continue to watch this anime and see where it goes, especially seeing that this is the first season and it's not complete yet. I think I'm confident in saying that completing the first season would be this production studio's But I'm just saying. Now I know what you're thinking. Wow, that last joke was extra and corny. And guess what? I don't care. I still did it. Now let's talk about all that free time you got. How about you use some of that free time to venture down into the description box and check out some of my other content from my other channels, such as the Black Hokage and the Gaming Illuminati podcast. Also, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on all notifications. If you've seen Blue Lock, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below and share some feedback on this whole Third Time's a Charm series idea. If you want to see more, feel free to recommend some animes that I should check out that are buzzing. But yeah, only recommend shows that are buzzing because I need views.